Hey guys, welcome to Dancing Lips, the podcast for electronic music producers, DJs, and music industry professionals. Today we have Roy LaCroix. He's a DJ producer based in LA, and he currently works for Pioneer DJ. So we want to welcome him to the show. How are you, Roy?
Doing fantastic.
That's awesome.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. We were talking earlier, you said LA's hot. It's like 90 degrees.
Dude, it's warm, but we got you on the rest of the year, though.
Yeah, it's very true. It's a nice 72 degrees in St. Louis today. So
very rare.
I guess let's get it started. I think what people want to hear about is what your role is at Pioneer. What exactly do you do for them?
Yeah, so basically, I started working for Pioneer about 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, and I guess it all kind of started out with the NAMM show back in January, where I actually ended up kicking it with you and a few other cats. But I originally was going in, not really knowing what my role would be, because they said they kind of created the position just recently because we're growing pretty fast. But I'm technically marketing specialist. So what that means is I am one of like 4 people on the entire American marketing team. So it kind of varies for what I do, and between managing the marketing budget to sort of like any sort of brand partnership or sponsorship that we have going on. I'm sure you guys just saw the UFC fight.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
great fight. Yeah, and I noticed the Pioneer DJ. I was going to ask you about that. The Pioneer DJ logo on the ringside. What was that all about?
I don't know if you can see this, but I have this newspaper. I'm meaning to frame it. It's pretty cool. So this is from USA Today. That's Mayweather with the Pioneer DJ kind of coming out between his legs right there.
Dude, that's awesome, man. So what was the reasoning behind Pioneer sponsoring that fight? I mean, that was a huge fight, and that could not have been cheap because Pioneer's logo was front and center for pretty much the entire fight. You think there's a lot of DJs that like boxing, or what's the reasoning behind that?
So it's interesting that you ask. For the most part, man, DJs and boxing are sort of mutually exclusive. What our goal was to pretty much reach a new market. Obviously I can't disclose any sort of monetary amount over the airwaves, but I can tell you, I can tell you that you and I couldn't probably afford it.
Oh yeah, no way, man. So did you get to go to Vegas for the fight?
No, I got invited, but my family was in town, so I figured, hey, let's kick it with Mother Roth and Grandma and Grandpa, and we went to Catalina Island, did a little snorkeling action.
Nice, dude. He's a family man. It's very respectable.
I'm a family man.
But I know
mostly we did a lot of drinking, though. Honestly, I probably couldn't drink a lot in Vegas with my team.
Yeah, no way, too expensive.
Yeah.
But dude, I've seen your Instagram, and you've met some pretty high-profile people. Who have you met so far, and how'd you run into them?
Yeah, so I guess since I moved down here, man, I guess I'll start with January. Well, we met Stevie Wonder, remember, back at NAMM?
Yeah, we met Stevie at NAMM January earlier this year.
And he was cool. He was jamming out all over the place. It was awesome.
Kind of just walking around, and it was bizarre. You think you'd have like an entourage, but he had a couple security guards, and he was just walking around, hanging out, playing all the pianos.
Yeah, so for the most part, it's interesting. When I moved out to California, I was kind of expecting celebrities to be everywhere, but they're not really. I mean, they're kind of. They're just like you and I. I mean, they're chill and they do their thing. But let's see. I guess I DJ at EDC Vegas actually back in I think June. Was it June or July? I don't remember. EDC.
I didn't know
June?
You played there.
Yeah, I played EDC.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's awesome,
dude. It was sick. A lot of fun. I did. I actually spun Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I got a back-to-back with Tom Budin I don't know if you are aware of Tom Budin, but he's this Australian cat, and he's absolutely killer, man. He's been on like LA radio. A bunch of his tracks have been. He's on Hexagon, all sorts of things. But anyway, so yeah, I got a back-to-back with that guy, and he's cool. And then like literally a couple hours later, I was walking into the artist trailer area, and I ran into Paris Hilton.
What?
Yeah,
She's
Paris
still
Hilton.
alive?
Barely, dude. Barely. She was, I think she might have been on some sort of, I don't know. She was feeling good.
Little party favor.
Yeah, she was feeling good. And
Is she
so I
still
ran into
DJing?
her.
Is she was she performing?
Well, it's funny. I asked her, I said, hey, are you still DJing? And she's like, oh, I go, why didn't you DJ here? Do you want to go play the Pioneer DJ stage? And she's like, oh, well, I'm still a tractor DJ. And, I don't know. I got asked, but I'd rather just party and have a good time. I'm like, that's cool. She's actually a sweetheart.
Yeah, good
dude,
for her.
She is a sweetheart.
I mean, she definitely built a persona. Smart girl.
Well, it's interesting because celebrities these days, man, like you think they're like, I don't know, like let's take Paris Hilton. She kind of comes off as a diva, but when I met her in real life, like she was actually one of the sweetest girls I think I've met in a while. She was wearing like butterfly wings.
Huh.
And she came up and just like hugged us all, and she's like, oh my gosh, like I'm so happy you guys are here. Like I love Pioneer, you guys are great.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I never would have expected, I guess, that Paris was like such a down to earth kind of person. Maybe it was the booze, maybe it's the drugs, or maybe she actually is a decent human being. That's
who knows.
Nobody will know, but she's still a tractor DJ. Nothing against the tractor guys, but personally, I'm Pioneer all the way. So full disclosure, I am biased towards Pioneer. So
as am I, as you can see by my headphones. My headphones are actually product placement.
There
Pioneer
you go.
HRM7s. They're really nice.
I will say I've tried a couple of Pioneer headphones and they're all right, but I'm definitely a Sennheiser guy, man. I love the Sennheisers.
Sennheisers are nice,
just because they're unbreakable, and I break my headphones. And
I agree, dude. That's a huge thing. And actually, on the topic of headphones, we actually just came out with a new series, the HDJX models.
Oh yeah, what are those about?
Literally yesterday. So we have the X5, X7, and X10 series. The X7s are basically the same as the Mark II, the HDJ 2000 Mark IIs, with a lot more improvements. And the X10s are new. They're a whole new breed, man. Sweat resistant, dirt resistant, and then like, dude, you can actually like bend them.
Really?
So you can like grab it. Yeah, you can grab it, and you can literally like bend them and twist them as much as you want, and they'll stay shape. It's crazy.
Nice. That would come in handy because I'm pretty mean to my headphones. Not on purpose, but yeah. Anyway, I was going to ask you about other products that Pioneer had coming out because before you even worked at Pioneer, we visited the NAMM booth and they had a couple cool things. The one thing that stood out to me was that the video DJ controller, is that out yet? What is
the RZX.
RZX, yeah. I had a lot of fun with that thing, and I've never really video DJ'd before, but that thing, I feel like it made it a lot more simple to do it, I guess.
Dude, it's dope. It's so dope. Honestly, it's like way beyond what I'm comfortable with because I don't know. I don't video DJ and I don't know how to do it. I don't want to pretend to. But like it's we had a guy who did a demo at DJ Expo out in Atlantic City a couple weeks ago. Which if you've ever been to have you ever been to Atlantic City?
No, I haven't, man.
I don't suggest it. I don't suggest it.
That's what I've heard. I used to watch. I guess every sitcom that takes place in New York, there's always an episode where they go to Atlantic City and just shit pops off. But no, I've never been myself.
It's like a bootleg Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. So side note, I'm going to take a quick tangent here. We'll continue with the RZX in about 1 second, but I have to tell you the story. So we were in Atlantic City, and it's basically like a big strip mall outside, and so we're walking down, and there's this chick set up outside with a table, like outside of Starbucks with a table, and she's selling lemonade. And I like walked by and I kind of did a double take, and I'm like, wait, why is there a chick selling lemonade outside of Starbucks? Doesn't Starbucks sell lemonade? That's weird. So I walked up to her and I'm like, hey, how much for the lemonade? And she's like, $2. I'm like, but you're outside of Starbucks. Is that illegal? Isn't this their property? And she's like using like Starbucks cups.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, yo, can you just give me a lemonade? And she's like, no, it'll be $2. She said it was for charity or something too. And I was like, yo, this is weird. It was really sketchy, man. Basically everybody you run into around there is kind of like that. They're just a little like, little slimy.
It's the hustle, man. It's the hustle.
Yeah, I go to Starbucks, know that you're out here, because she was kind of off to the side, and she's like, no, but don't tell them.
So, like, was her reasoning just to, like, rip off Starbucks? Like, if you want to pay $4 for a lemonade, you could pay $2?
I guess so, man. Just a weird place. Yeah. But so the RZX, I don't know a ton about it.
Oh, yeah, back to that.
It's a good controller. It's not you have to still use a laptop, which is cool. We don't have a standalone.
You have to use a laptop?
Yeah, that's how the processing. Because if you didn't, it would probably be, it's like $3,000 now.
Yeah,
it would probably be like $4,000, $5,000 controller.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then it'd be like a computer as well.
Right. Oh, bummer. I thought like you could load like an MP4 and an SD card, because that's what I like about the CDJs. So I don't have to bring my laptop. So as you know, I fucked my laptop up like twice at gigs. Not me, but just from like flying drinks, drunk girls, and
that'll do it, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, tomorrow big gig at the zoo. So you got the flag up there in the corner. Yeah, first football game of the season. Tomorrow's going to be a shit show.
Oh, you're DJing Mizzou. I thought you said you're DJing at the zoo.
Oh. Well, dude, it is the zoo, man. MIZ.
Bro, like...
Dude, I'll DJ at the zoo.
You were like putting up like a table.
St. Louis Zoo? That's a dope zoo. I'll totally DJ to like some elephants.
Yeah, but I thought you said the St. Louis Zoo, like you were like putting up a table in front of the elephant cage, and like you were gonna like spin a set.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but that'd be a lot of fun. Dude, what's the weirdest place you've ever DJ'd?
The weirdest place?
Yeah. I know mine.
Oh my gosh. I don't know, man. I'll have to think about that. What was yours?
Victoria's Secret. And they put me in the like adolescent section, like the pink section. That's where they set me up. And so I was like DJing to all these like 15-year-old girls shopping for panties, and it was just so bizarre. I felt gross the whole time. So I think I was like 24 at the time.
And you're what 27 now?
I'm 26 now.
26, yeah.
But yeah, dude, it was good money, but I'm not doing that again. It's too weird.
That's really strange, dude.
Yeah.
I think
not every event needs a DJ, but like for a while, it seems like every event, even if it was like Timmy learned how to tie his shoes, let's have a party with a banging DJ. I don't know. I'm glad that fad's kind of dying out.
I agree. I don't think that I think that DJing has kind of become a bit commoditized at this point, but still, you don't need one. Like, you don't need a DJ at the St. Louis Zoo, for example. You know, it starts to undermine the importance of having a DJ.
Right.
Probably the weirdest place that I DJ'd. Oh gosh, no, I haven't really played anywhere weird, but probably like the weirdest party that I played was probably like I DJ'd a Christmas party for a hair salon.
Nice.
And it was this hair salon.
Like, was it the hair salon?
Yeah. No, it was in a venue.
Okay.
But it was a mobile gig, and like a corporate thing. But dude, hair salonists, you I don't know if that's even what you say, hair
I think you call them
salonists.
like hairstylists.
Yeah, hairstylists.
Honestly, I wouldn't know, dude. Look at me.
Bunch of women getting real toasty. I mean, dude, that was probably one of the craziest parties that like corporate gigs that I've played.
Yeah.
At one point in the night, I heard that there was some chick was like in the bathroom, like I don't even know, man. But what I heard was that there was like some chick apparently just like walking around like butt ass naked in this like really nice venue. Who apparently she like puked all over herself. I'm like, dude, this is an office party. Like, what is happening? Like, he's like, some guy comes up to me and goes, hey man, I don't know if you should make an announcement or anything, but there's this chick butt ass naked in the boys' bathroom like stall, like puking. And I'm like, dude, that's weird. That's your
No,
problem.
that's just Selena. That's what she does.
What'd you say?
I said, that's just Selena. That's what she does.
Oh, Alena.
Dude, I played a corporate gig for the last company I work at. I don't want to name names, but it was a big like copier company. We had a Christmas party at this casino in St. Louis, and I worked there, but I DJ'd the party in exchange for 3 days off. Our vice president got in a fight, and he got fired from that Christmas party. Yeah, he got in a fight. This is like the head honcho of the whole department, our whole office, and gets in a fist fight, gets escorted out of the casino. Dude, it was dope. It was so much fun.
How old is this guy?
Late 40s, I would say. Yeah.
You'd think by the late 40s you could be a little bit more composed.
You would think, man, but salespeople are crazy. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So let's steer the conversation back towards, I guess, our topic, music. I mean, I love talking about Lemonade and Elephants and Selena taking her clothes off. But I did want to ask you a question because I wanted your input on it. Because some of the stuff we saw at NAMM, like the Roland, the 808 DJ controller.
Yeah, CCU.
Yeah, that thing. And then Pioneer also has a couple things like the Topaz, the Dave Smith Pioneer collaboration, and the
Topaz.
The Topaz, is that what it's called?
No, but that's a stone.
Yeah, I know. I know that. It's called something with the T.
So it's called the Toraiz, Toraizas1.
Right.
It's a monophonic synthesizer.
It's one voice of the Prophet 6.
Basically.
So what I wanted to ask you is, with companies coming out with instruments that could be like directly incorporated with your DJ set, do you think that's where the industry is going? Because do you think people are fed up with people just DJing? They're getting sick of it. They're kind of catching on to the fact that it is just a guy mixing MP3s, and it's honestly not that impressive. That these products are coming out to incorporate more of a like human touch, like you can actually play an instrument while you DJ.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. I don't think, and I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, how DJing, in my opinion, is starting to kind of become a little bit more commoditized as an art. Just because I shouldn't, I think it's very, it's difficult to learn, and it takes a special kind of person to know how to rock a crowd. But the barriers to entry have lowered so much. Newmark just came out with a controller that's $79.
Wow.
$79. It's called, like, I'm not even going to actually tell you what it's called because I don't want to give them a plug. But they came out with a controller. We have the WeGo 2. Or the WeGo 4, I think we're on 4 already, where you plug in an iPad. But basically the point is, you can go to probably like a frat party and just press play on iTunes. And, dude, no one will know the difference.
Exactly, dude.
No one who's been drinking all night, will know the difference. Now, I will tell you, though, if you're incorporating live instruments into it, like, sequencers, monophonic synthesizers, right behind my laptop, I've got the RMX 1000, by Pioneer, which is an amazing, amazing thing. I'm gonna grab it and show you. If you or the listeners don't know what it is,
I know what it is. I've never gotten to play with one.
it's this guy.
Yeah.
So the goal of this thing was basically to take what we already had developed, our platform that we had developed with the CDJs and the DJMs, and add something extra to it, so the DJ could get more creative. I mean, there's a little, basically a mini drum machine in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think that the crowd is necessarily catching on to, oh yeah, this DJ is only spinning from one deck to the next, to the next, to the next. I think they just want to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think that people are starting to get kind of tired is the industry people. The DJs and producers themselves are starting to get kind of bored of doing the same thing over and over again. So they want to mix it. They want to mix it up a little bit. I mean, look at who's the group I just saw? The Floozies, I think. The Floozies.
Yeah.
I saw them in St. Louis, and they were doing like, Ableton live instrument sort of stuff, and it was really dope. I mean, like, dude, so cool.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. That maybe it's not so much the crowd that cares, because they just want to have a good time for the most part. Probably is the artists that want to get more involved and more hands-on because they're getting bored up there. I know I'm getting really bored of just mixing one track to the other. I'd like to get more creative, and it just makes for a better gig. Like, if the crowd sees that you're into it, they'll be more into it. And
absolutely,
if putting instruments into your set is one way to kind of re-energize your drive to perform, then I think that's a good thing.
I think that, like, you also sort of like you want to differentiate yourself as an artist. So I think that consumers do know, like, the difference between a guy who's just up there DJing and not saying anything at all over the mic, and a guy who's like killing it with a like electronic saxophone, or like killing it with a guitar and like a loop machine. I mean, you can tell, like, but if you're just going there for the atmosphere, you don't care. And that would be like sort of your St. Louis bar, St. Louis club scene.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you right now, man, like, I DJ'd every club and bar in Missouri that, like, people would go to, and it's not like how it is out in LA. Like, people out in LA,
it's boring as fuck here.
It's boring, dude. And you know what? I hate to say it, but you're not a rock star.
Oh,
like,
no.
I wasn't a rock star. Like, dude, we were doing
it.
I
hope you're not talking to me. I know that.
No, not you.
Just,
but like,
to the DJs
like,
in general. It's
DJs in general. Yeah. Be humble, because you're filling a need, and that's great. But at the same time, like, there's a lot of people who can do what you're doing.
Yeah.
So just be glad you're in that position, and just treat it as, treat it with humility, because, like, I think that there were times where I don't know, there's just a lot of artists out there who have so much talent, and they deserve to be recognized, and yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
there's a lot.
I know.
I could go down a rabbit hole with that.
No, I know exactly what you're saying, man. It's like DJing. It is a skill, and to get good, it takes a lot of time and effort and hard work. But just like every other musician or instrumentalist, kind of a dime a dozen. A lot of people can do what you do. And so as soon as you start letting your ego get the best of you, it's kind of when, you need to check yourself, because it's cool that you're running the bars and you're getting all these gigs, but at the end of the day, you can and will be replaced.
That, it's cut out a little bit. We're good for a while there.
Oh, damn it, dude. You just did the Linkin Park stutter right
Hello?
now. You just did the Linkin Park stutter. You go, you sounded good right there. Like,
it's farts.
Oh my god, did you hear that?
Farts.
Okay, there it is.
Farts.
Farts.
Yeah, farts.
Farts. All right.
Farts.
All right, we're back. We're back.
Fuck yeah, farts.
Do you gig a lot in LA, or how do you like it so far?
I love it, man. But to be honest, at this point, my big focus has been just pioneer DJ, just work, trying to get really, really good at what I do, try to be as best at marketing as I can be, which, that involves working a lot at night. I gigged, the last gig that I had out here was at EDC Vegas, where I did the back-to-back with Tom Budin.
Right.
But other than that, man, to be honest, I haven't tried. I had a lot of people ask me, hey, do you want to DJ Avalon or Exchange or, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But after looking kind of more into it, those sort of DJ gigs are what we call cattle corrals, to where they bring in 30 DJs on a Saturday to Avalon, right? And they'll say, okay, guys, this is going to be an awesome experience. This is going to be great. We're going to get you guys some really cool exposure. You're going to sell 30 tickets. And then we're going to get you a really awesome spot to open for this DJ. And so what you do, and I didn't go through this because I know this whole game.
Oh yeah, I think I know where you're going.
It's a producer's game. And so what they do is they go out and sell all these tickets, and then they end up DJing for the women's bathroom or something. They're right outside the women's bathroom, and it's ridiculous. So I haven't wasted my time as a DJ out here. To be honest, what I've been doing is really just trying to produce. And trying to put music out. I just did a remix competition for Oliver, and got 4th place so far.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
cool.
I listened to that. I actually really, really liked it. It's cool, 80s vibe. Where can people listen to that?
Thanks, dude. Yo, you can actually go to, I have my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com. Pretty much everything is Facebook, SoundCloud, and Twitter is /Roy LaCroix Music.
Nice. I'll put all the links in the show notes. So if you want to check them out, all the links will be there. Check out
Excellent. Excellent. It's different. It's something not. I wouldn't say that it's very mainstream at all. It's very off the wall a little bit, kind of weird. And I think that you like that stuff too because you're very anti-establishment like I am.
Dude, I think that's one of the reasons why we get along so well. It's
Same.
We both like the same music, and I was really impressed by your new remix, man. I think you've come a long way from where you started.
I appreciate that, dude. And actually, Oliver with their new album, Full Circle, is probably one of my favorite albums, at least of this year, if not the past decade, probably top 10.
Really?
Seriously,
I haven't heard the whole thing.
Yeah, you should listen to. I bought it. It's only $10 on iTunes, but basically, the point is that my style is when I play live, I'll play more upbeat, Dirty Bird Records kind of stuff, Columbo Records, sort of I'll mix that in with some G house, some more disco house, that kind of thing. But I think at the core of me, I really like synth pop and Italo disco.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to incorporate that into my sound to the best that I can. And I think that, as an artist, you should probably find what you're super passionate about. I know that you do, especially, that one album that you put out. I forget what the name was called.
Designer Dark?
Yeah, Designer Dark.
Yeah. One. Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked it a lot because, dude, what you were doing was you were basically saying, fuck everyone else because I'm going to make what I'm happy making. And that's great.
Yeah, as soon as music stops being fun, I don't think it's worth it anymore, man. If your main goal is to just, make it big and make money, then I think you're in it for the wrong reasons because music should come from the soul. It should.
Yeah.
It doesn't always. A lot of it's manufactured, but you gotta love what you do, and that goes with anything in life, not just music. So I wanted to ask.
I completely agree.
I wanted to ask, do you like working at Pioneer?
It's literally the best job that I've ever had in my life.
Nice, dude.
I'm not even kidding. Dude, it's so rewarding because if you think about it, man, you think Pioneer DJ, you saw us on the UFC ring.
Yeah, man, I was so surprised.
Sorry, I can't say UFC. It wasn't UFC. It was
the boxing.
It was an exhibition or whatever. Yeah, boxing. So you it's really rewarding because you've got like this Pioneer DJ team, and you think, oh my gosh, like there's probably 100 people working on this, like, you know, one sponsorship. But no, it's me, one other guy, my director, and a graphic designer, and an e-commerce guy.
That's crazy.
And they're really good at what everyone's really good at what they do, and I'm just honored to be able to be a part of that. But there's also a Japan team and a Europe team.
Yeah, Pioneer's a Japanese company.
Yeah, it is. And dude, they're they're excellent at what they do for a reason. Their culture in Japan is fantastic. I met with the I met the CFO, the CEO, all those guys. They're really nice. No, they came over here. Okay. They're really nice guys. Yeah, they're awesome, genuine people. I hope maybe one day I'll be able to go over there, maybe within the next couple of years, but we'll see what happens. I really enjoy it. The last job that I had was a finance job, and it just wasn't my thing, man. Yeah. It just was not my thing.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, it sounds like you've been doing really well for yourself. That's good to hear, man.
I'm enjoying it, seriously, and like really just like trying to make as much music as I can, and I actually just bought a wetsuit like a couple hours ago, which is
gonna learn how to surf.
Yeah, dude. Bro? Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, man, dude. You're fully LA now. Fully LA.
That's it. It's absorbed. I'm absorbed now into LA.
Yeah.
Like a sponge.
It's like all my friends that moved to New York. Like as soon as they turn into like a dick, that's when I know they're from New York. And then as soon as like someone learns how to surf, then they're like completely LA. So
that's pretty much the telltale. I'm always going to be a Midwesterner, though. I'm never going to turn into I'm not going to name names, but I'm not going to turn into anybody who moves out to LA and starts to become a D-bag. I would never do that.
Oh no.
No, I'll never be a D-bag.
Okay. Well,
keep my values.
Okay. Because you're not a D-bag right now.
So. I'm a D-bag. I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt. Dude, I don't even like the Lakers. I don't know why I'm wearing this shirt.
Oh, dude, you're such a douche.
Dude, I don't even know where I got this shirt.
I think they give it to you when you get off the plane.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, welcome to LA. Here's a Lakers shirt.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's funny. No, but it's going well, dude. Basically, like this whole surfing thing. I'm doing surfing lessons tomorrow, and I'll give you an update on how I'm doing.
Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, it should be not easy.
Yeah,
how's St. Louis though, dude? What's been going on over there in St. Louis? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, St. Louis. That's about it. It's pretty.
That's what everyone says. Seriously, everyone I talk to is that's their response.
Right. It's your average Midwestern town, city. Good sports, good food. St. Louis. I do want to move one day, but I'm tied down with the house. But
yeah.
I'm kind of just building up work experience until I can get a job that I really want. Something like Pioneer. Put a good word in for me.
I'm trying my best out here. And to be honest, what would help you is if you went to conferences and hung out with me.
I was at the conference when you got the job, man. I was there with you.
See, you were right there, and that's awesome. But come out to NAMM again in January. Go to like a conference in Chicago. And really, that's my best advice for anyone really looking to get into the music technology industry is like just meet people and like just tell them how interested you are. And so I think Dev is coming out to LA in January.
Nice. Dev is another one of our friends that went to NAMM with us. And also, Roy over here is not bullshitting. We literally went to NAMM, he met some people at Pioneer, and then 2 months later, he had the fucking job. So he's not exaggerating there at all.
Yeah, it was, dude, and thank you, by the way, for your camaraderie there, because that was seriously one of the best trips of my life. Like, I had so much fun.
Jinx.
Like that weekend was so much fun, and then like the best return on investment, obviously, because
it's getting your dream job. Pretty badass trip. Yeah, dude, I had so much fun. Do you remember that fucking dirty hippie?
Yeah, that was in your hotel room?
Oh, yeah, man.
What a weirdo. Dude, he was so cool, though, for like the first like hour.
Right. So we met this random hippie outside of the hotel room. We're walking back from the conference or from the bar. We're already pretty toasty. I think this guy's outspoken as sick. Yeah, man, you guys just come from NAMM? Like, yeah, man. Like, can I come hang? Like, sure, man. We're in a good mood. Everybody's at the conference, you know.
No, he was just literally like right outside our hotel, right?
Yeah, just hanging out by himself. But, you know, whatever. It's always good to meet new people. So we invite him in, and we crack open some beers. We start talking, and he's, like, super cool. Really awesome guy. And then, like, an hour and a half in, he just turns into a complete dweeb. It's just, he was like going to start
weird.
crying. It was just like, what the hell is going on?
What was he doing though? It was like, what was he saying?
He was arguing. He wanted to talk politics, and nobody else wanted to talk politics. Everybody else in the room was like, no, we don't want to talk politics. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about the cool shit we saw at the conference today.
Yeah.
And he started talking about Hillary and Trump and all that shit, and then.
Yeah.
Shit just went south from there. Finally, I had to boot him out of the room.
You did. You literally, I think I was probably sleeping, and then the next thing I remember, like, he was getting kicked out of the room. And, dude, the number one rule for conversation, if you ever read the book, How to Make Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
I have not, but I have heard that.
Fantastic read. And it's really good. It's like daily things I use. Do not ever talk about politics with, like, well, look, I talk about politics with you because we're already established as friends, but like with new people, never.
No, you got to have some sort of mutual connection and respect for each other before you can bring in those kinds of, ideas.
Right.
This fucking hippie didn't know that.
Fucking hippie.
Oh, man. All right, Roy LaCroix.
Roy LaCroix.
What do you got going on in your life, man? Where can we check you out? What are your goals? What's in the future for you?
Yo, thanks for having me, dude. Well, what's up next for the most part is I've got a big gig next weekend in St. Louis. I'm going to be opening for the One More Time, which is basically a Daft Punk tribute group. They have a giant pyramid, very similar to Daft Punk's pyramid. And then they have the helmets, and it's pretty crazy. So, I think I'll be playing around probably midnight at Rise nightclub in St. Louis. It'll be my first official gig as Roy LaCroix. All the other gigs before has been as my former name, Skis, which, as we know, is obsolete. So, rip. So you can find me on several different social media avenues.
And I will put all those links in the show notes. So
probably right here, or maybe like right here.
Probably there, depending on what platform you're watching this on. It's going to be somewhere in the vicinity. So if you want to check out Roy and his music,
or they could be like maybe even right here.
Oh yeah,
right here.
What if it was in your butt?
Or it could be right here.
Oh God. Okay, Roy, thanks for coming on the show, man. We're gonna have to end it there. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. And boom.